What's going on, guys? Bankrupt Games here, more Atomic Heart and the Trapped in Limbo DLC. Last episode was obviously our first episode of the series, and yeah, definitely kicked things off. As you can see, visually it's very interesting, and we've sort of been introduced to the main sort of traversal mechanic, which is these sort of triangular slides that allow you to move around very fast. They're quite fun, and then we ended the episode with a cool boss fight against the Gingerbread Man. Which is very scary, and it's actually a surprisingly tough fight, but definitely much fairer than the Annihilation Instinct fights throughout that DLC. So hopefully that's a good sign of things to come for the rest of the DLC. But yeah, let's get on with it and see what happens next, because I have no idea where they're going to take this with what happened last episode. So I recommend going back and watching it if you haven't seen it. Quite cool as well. Our abilities and weapons come from these chests, which are randomly generated. It's something that I noticed last episode, but I didn't point out. You say it does seem like we have unlimited ammo. When you get to the end of the magazine, it automatically refills. So that should come in handy. So we have another terminal here as well.
What are these crispy critters, Nichayev? You don't seem like yourself at all. Rude and stubborn as a ram. And you're a monster yourself. Are we already climbing up? Still at the end of your rapid slide. Got it. Sorry, I got riled up too soon.
So last episode, the first terminal we accessed, this character explains that she did all the recordings at once with the way time works for her. So I guess that explains that.
By the way, did you know that society loves me? Yes. For 3 years, I silently observed the world through the eyes of 2 cold robots while they guarded the doctor and sometimes put on shows. I even liked it. True, Sechenov didn't create the twins for ballet. Their military functionalities are hypertrophied, and their speech algorithms are controlled entirely by a simple AI. They're not encoded by my polymeric essence. Dr. Sechenov really did save my life. But he could only guess at how much. He checked my readings, even talked to me kindly, but more often than not, I was simply his shadow. Then one day, I was given the task of meeting Major Nichayev and giving him an electronic key. You. If I'd had a human body, my throat would have been ripped out. I sobbed and screamed with all my might. Such was my soul yearning for you. But from the machine just came a detached, "Here is your vehicle activation code, Comrade Major." Oh, I'm sorry.
Quite sad. Being a prisoner and not being able to do anything.
Soon, I was able to separate myself from the twins. Dr. Sechenov noticed it almost instantly. But the collective breach had reached Chelome, and he no longer had time to deal with it. He just muttered something to Stockhausen in surprise. When we went to the VDNH, I quickly realized I could influence the polymeric waves. You could even see me for a flash. You won't remember, but when Cheriton Radionovich first plunged you into Limbo, I helped you find the way out. And then again. Sadly, we ran out of time, and Mikhail was swallowed up by the array. But I'd managed to block Cheriton Radionovich at the Academy of Consequences. But my mother intervened. That's what Granny Zena always did.
Seems like they're giving a lot of backstory for the story as well. Backstories for the story. Looks like they're giving a lot of background information for the story as well, which is quite cool. And sort of explaining some more of the events of the main game.
Like a gazelle.
Looks like there's a bit of gold up there as well, down the other route we could have taken. Not sure if this is giving anyone any motion sickness. Trying my best to keep things smooth. I'm guessing the middle path has the next save station. And these side paths have some more loot for us to collect. Looks like that's a different route. Seeing as the shield ability really helped with the boss fight at the end of the last episode, I'll see about getting some other upgrades. Well, our character is quite slow when we're moving on the ground, and I assume this is mobility upgrades. Got another dash there. It is nice how you can slow down at any point just by looking down.
Not bad.
I'm guessing with the music and this big open area, we've got another boss fight waiting for us. We could go back and get some more apples. Hopefully we've got enough abilities to help us with this fight.
What you're struggling with is Limbo's natural reaction to your ego, and vice versa. Okay, deal with that first. reason to interfere, right? Technically, we're nearing the end of the path, so everything's going to plan.
One thing that I did wish they'd change is how slow you are when you backtrack. You know, you move forward quite quickly. But as soon as you start strafing, move backwards. That is one thing that I do think they should have changed from the main game.
A little further. Another section done, honey. Just a little more.
Kind of want to do that loop again. Probably can. We make our way. See if we can get this gold first. Wherever the bee went off to. Probably be around by the time we get back. Doesn't look like we can do that loop again. I'm sure there'll be another one.
In some sense, we both died there in Bulgaria in '52, and there's no doubt they saved us. But they started using us for their own purposes, both in reality and Limbo. Even Comrade Miraviova, Granny Zena. I wish I could forget all of this with you and start living a normal life. We have a plan and a chance.
Very close there. Probably a good idea to max out your FOV as well, if you can. It's probably make this a bit easier. good way of getting your bearings, actually. Just shooting off the sides. And yeah, looking down at where you need to go. Looks like we're quite close to the end of this slide run as well. I assume there's going to be more. I'm curious as to what's at the end of it. They're also a lot easier when you're not trying to collect all the apples, I think. And you sort of know where you're going.
Alpha, our bodies have been found, my love.
That'd be quite cool if we weren't in Limbo the entire DLC. Be a bit of a surprise if there's a small section of the game that takes place in the real world at the end. That'd be pretty cool. But I'm guessing they're gonna make the most out of being here and yeah, include all the crazy things they can. Again, who could blame them?
Here's a report from the real world. Soldiers went into the office. Some from Argentum. Krypton and Radon. Those two are always together. I thought they were stationed all around the world. Who's giving them orders when the collective hasn't launched? Have I already told you how time moves here? Well, the collective hasn't been launched yet. Technically, neither has the Atomic Heart Project. So we have time to get out of here. Time for you to move. Sergey, are we a good team? We really need to find the exit.
I'm not sure if there's something hidden up there. May as well get all the upgrades we can. Not sure what that is. That's pretty cool. Basically like a second chance. Little gift from Nora there.
Just keep doing what you're doing. I have faith in you, my love.
I'm guessing this is going to get a lot harder. You just stay over there. Looks like the assault rifle has the upgrade on it that gives us our health back, which is very useful.
Now, these lovely things are a projection of your ego. It's like if someone was rude to you and you said nothing, but then you're up half the night thinking about how you should have responded. Your ego's fighting against you and your sense of universal injustice. Technically, you're fighting with yourself. Youthful maximalism. Classic. Still not clear? I don't think it's too important right now.
Yeah, cool little boss fight there. Well, little arena fight, I guess. And yeah, like I said, the AK upgrades seems to be giving our health back. So I assume that'd be the case for everyone. Something to bear in mind if ever we get a little bit low on health. Bearing in mind, we don't seem to have a lot of our upgrades from the main game, unlike the Annihilation Instinct DLC that seemed to give us quite a few of our upgrades.
Keep going, you're on track.
We fell off or hit the backside of the slide there, which caused us to start again. Don't quite know how we managed to get that much air.
Closer to the source of consciousness.
I think we hit one of the mines a little bit too hard there. It's probably worth giving these a couple of runs each though, just to try and get as many apples as possible.
You've covered a lot of ground, Pioneer Nechayev.
Don't know if all the numbers and stuff on signposts and what looks to be like coordinates on some posts are important in any way.
Sechenov gains knowledge from Limbo. You and I can't make out what's what here. There'll be hell to pay. But Dr. Sechenov can see the intricacies of space-time. For people like him, Limbo is an observation deck into all possible scenarios, the doorstep of reality. Mathematic analysis and predictions, quantum entanglement, and the radio of the future are all great, but Limbo is so much more. The basis of creation, the Big Bang, the Great Filter, call it what you wish, but literally everything is encoded here. The past and the future. Everyone can see only to the best of their ability. For example, Your capabilities are sufficient only for the sky, grass, and obscenities. We'll fix that.
Hopefully that means we'll be a bit more powerful as the DLC goes on.
So about my mother's hut, not the flying one. That's a radio comms complex. No, I mean the creature. When you go to a new place as a tourist, you will think about what you'll take as a souvenir. And how you'll do it if the place is a different world. You need to understand what kind of matter exists there and what laws of physics it obeys. That's not in our power. But Dr. Sechenov was glad to have a challenge for his genius mind, and he succeeded. The creature, the hut on chicken legs, is the first and only material evidence of Limbo's existence. Dr. Sechenov's trophy. It's considered lost, but you and I both know who found it.
So that's quite funny. How? Got a good explanation for the hut with chicken legs that Granny Xena has in the main game. So I guess that's how she came about that.
Remember how I said that Dr. Filatova was studying a group of volunteers at the AOC? She either didn't know herself or tried to use you to put pressure on Dr. Sechenov, but it's not related to the collective. The collective is exactly what the triumphant slogan said: a utopia where people can come together and control robots. They were looking for a way into Limbo at the AOC, and more importantly, a safe way out. So far, only 2 living people have managed to get out safely. You and Sechenov. I don't count yet, but I'd like to change that.
Try your foes in a shower of sparks.
It's definitely weird out here. So I did actually step on that, and that seems to take us to our next area. I'm not going to do that just yet. We're going to wrap up this episode here, and then next episode what we're going to do is head into this, what looks to be another arena, and that should get us some more apples so we can buy more upgrades. And yeah, just want to experience everything the DLC has to offer anyway, so got to make sure to do that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I definitely think this DLC is a bit mad. Yeah, like I said before, I really can't tell which direction it's going to be going, but I look forward to playing it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode as well, and thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed the episodes and looking forward to seeing where this is all going, then like and subscribe for more. That way you won't miss out on anything. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episodes.